Curious. You can drop a $1,000 smartphone into an industrial blender, post the shattering metal online, and pull in 100 million views. We assume these things catch on because a product is superior, cheaper, or simply backed by a massive ad budget. But those factors don't explain why a blended phone takes over the world. The truth is, social transmission is driven by a hidden set of psychological mechanics. The first step toward building a contagious idea is shifting focus from luck to the specific mechanics that cause information to spread. When a company wants an idea to spread today, their first instinct is usually to hire a social media manager and try to hack a digital algorithm. But that ignores a massive statistical reality. If you map out word-of-mouth conversations, only 7% of them actually happen online. 93% of our conversations about brands and products happen face-to-face, completely offline. If you want an idea to spread, optimizing for internet traffic is a narrow strategy. You have to design for human psychology in the physical world. Any behavior or product can be designed to catch on using these 6 fundamental pillars of human psychology. The first law is social currency. Humans treat insider knowledge like money. If knowing about a secret restaurant behind a blue phone booth makes someone look cool or in the know, they will eagerly broadcast it for you to elevate their own status. But status alone doesn't sustain a conversation. Disney World is objectively more exciting than a box of breakfast cereal, yet the cereal gets talked about significantly more often. This chart shows Twitter mentions of a cereal brand, and the activity spikes during morning breakfast hours. The cereal provides a constant environmental reminder. Because it is top of mind every morning, it stays on the tip of the tongue. This is the second law, triggers. You can engineer these moments by artificially attaching your brand to a routine your audience already performs every day, like drinking a morning cup of coffee. An idea has to make a user look smart to their peers, while remaining physically tied to their environment so they are continuously prompted to talk about it. The third law is emotion. Many campaigns try to be pleasant and agreeable, but feelings of sadness or contentment actually stifle sharing. This arousal matrix shows that only high-intensity emotional states drive action. You have to spark high arousal feelings like anger or awe to get people to pass information along. Even with an emotional fire, people hesitate. We are biologically wired to imitate the tribe, but we can only imitate the actions we can clearly see. That brings us to the fourth law, public visibility. A private choice, like an empty tip jar, creates zero imitation. But seeding that jar with a few dollar bills creates visible social proof, signaling to bystanders that others are already participating. You can extend this visibility by leaving behavioral residue. A simple "I voted" sticker leaves a physical trace long after the private act of voting is over, turning the audience into walking billboards. Sparking high arousal emotion gets their attention, but you must provide visible social proof to show bystanders it is safe to join the crowd. The fifth law is practical value. People naturally share useful information to help others, but that value has to be framed as an undeniable deal to cut through the noise of the market. This is the rule of 100. Under $100, a 20% relative discount feels more valuable. Over $100, the math flips. An absolute $400 discount on a laptop feels more substantial, though the percentage is identical. But cold math and facts aren't enough. Nobody voluntarily shares a raw advertisement. This requires the sixth and final law, stories. You have to build a Trojan horse where your core message is embedded inside an entertaining narrative that people actually want to tell. Cold facts and data are easily discarded unless they are smuggled inside a compelling story. These 6 laws move us away from guesswork and toward direct, practical application. Before you launch your next idea, run the concept through this specific diagnostic checklist. You don't need to hit every single one, but every law you do implement acts as a multiplier, increasing the speed at which your idea transmits through the population. Understanding these psychological mechanics makes virality a predictable process of behavioral science, allowing you to design for contagion from the start.